Thank you for watching STL Live and welcome back. Founded in February 2003, the Infinite Scholars Program provides financially disadvantaged students the means and guidance to further their education and pursue degrees at institutions of higher learning. Here to share more is Infinite Scholars founder Thomas Ousley.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
You're quite welcome.
Well, you've been in the education business your whole life, and it's
Most of it, yeah.
most of it. It sounds like you came from a family that prides itself on education. So tell me a little bit about why you started this program.
I started the program so that children who didn't have a lot could excel in life if they wanted an education. And I come from a family that believes in education. My parents and my grandparents lived through segregation and all that other stuff, and so they just had a belief that the world was going to change. And if the world was going to change, we need to be educated in order to do it. So my sister went to St. Louis University, and I went to Mizzou. And I really didn't take the whole thing seriously. I was just having a lot of good fun and time, but eventually I grew up, and so I decided I'd go out and work and be a school teacher. And being a school teacher, I ran into these children that had dreams, but if you can't make a dream come true, then you could just fall off the grid. And so I started trying to find ways to send children to college. And I did that by creating something I call a scholarship fair.
So what kinds of dreams did you see? You were in Jennings for 29 years?
Yes. Well, they have the same dreams as everybody else. They want to be doctors, lawyers, astronauts, and all that. But for all that, you need an education. And if you're in a place where you don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of positive male figures, then you start looking for your teachers, looking for somebody to keep you out of trouble. And so they kept saying, well, Mr. Ousley, I'd like to do this, but. And 20 years ago, that was a lot of money, much less now. And so what I was just trying to do was find a way to help my students, and that's what teachers do.
So tell us a little bit about your program.
Well, the program was put together to help students find institutional money to go to college. What people are normally looking for is free money. Give my child all the money they want to spend it any way they feel like, and oh, by the way, we don't want to have to pay it back. Now, that's not practical. And so what we do is we ask the colleges, you've got all these scholarships on your books. Who do you give them to? And they normally tell you they can't find time to give them to anybody. So they just sit there.
Wow.
And then the expirations date expire, and there was $2 billion they could have given away collectively, if not more, but they didn't do it. And so what we do is say, come bring your institutional scholarships to our scholarship fair and give them away there. And we'll ask the students to bring a copy of their transcript, unofficial, and normally they can get those offline with their ACT score, their SAT score, 2 letters of recommendation and an essay, or if you want to call it a personal statement, why I want to go to college.
So basically they're carrying around their whole college application when
Right
they go
there.
to this fair.
And so then they'll give them, if you came to the fair, you see them filling out the application. And so in St. Louis, we normally do $10 to $12, $13 million over the 2.5-hour period.
At this one fair?
At this one fair.
And how many fairs do you have in St. Louis a year?
2.
2.
We started in February of 2003 because we didn't know any better. And it was African American History Month, and I said, fine, we'll be having an African American history thing. And then in September, somebody said, did you ever think about having stuff in the fall? And once we started doing stuff in the fall, once we started doing that, then that opened the door for so many other cities.
And it sounded like life got a lot busier after you started doing it in the
life got a
fall.
whole lot busier after that. And so we're just all over the place. And some places it works, and some places it doesn't work. And because it sounds too good to be true. Even now, when you're telling people they have all these student loans, and there's somebody telling you, oh yeah, but these people will give you $100 million for free, then that just sounds too good to be true. Where is the scam in that? But there's no scam. We've been at this for 16 years. And nationwide, we've been every place. We've been to New York, we've been to LA, we've been to Florida, we've been to Texas, we've been everywhere. And if we were doing something illegal, somebody would have caught us by now. Our program is free. We've never charged a college a booth fee. We've never charged a student an entry fee. If you come in, you got the qualifications, black, white, blue, green, you go. Bill Gates' daughter could show up and get a scholarship if she wanted to.
Wow.
That's just how easy it is. And unlike the free money scholarships, where they're talking about one of the companies now is reneging on the scholarship because they went bankrupt, whoever the founder is can't do it. Institutional scholarships, as long as you keep your grades, then you keep the scholarship.
Well, let's learn more about that. We have to take a break, but stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with Infinite Scholars in just a few minutes.